All India Radio. Seithikadabam. PSLV C-54 செலுத்து வாகனத்தின் மூலம் 9 செயற்கைக்கோள்கள் வெற்றிகரமாக இன்று விண்ணில் செலுத்தப்பட்டது.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lift-off normal.
There's the textbook lift-off of PSLV C-54 mission.
செயற்கைக்கோள்கள் வெற்றிகரமாக செலுத்தப்பட்டது குறித்து இந்திய விண்வெளி ஆராய்ச்சி நிறுவனத்தின் தலைவர் திரு சோம்நாத் பேசுகையில்,
I'm really happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the PSLV C-54 EOS 046 mission in its first phase of the mission, injecting the EOS 06 satellite at its intended orbit very precisely. And we also observed that the performance of the rocket in this mission in all its stages and functions were exceedingly good. And congratulations to the entire team, PSLV, for making yet another successful mission in the series of its long years of journey. And also congratulations to EOS 06 satellite, which is just deployed its solar panels very correctly at the expected time. And I'm very sure it will continue its further phases of actions. We are waiting for the change of orbit of the upper stage along with the remaining 8 satellites. We have the India-Bhutan satellite on board and the Anand satellite from Pixel is there. Thai Bolt 1 and 2 are there. And also we have Astrocast 4 satellites on board of PS4 stage currently. So it will go around the Earth. Now the upper stage has small engines. These engines will fire to bring the orbit from the current altitude to a lower altitude of 511 kilometers circular. That again will be a sun-synchronous polar orbit. And this happens through firing at 2 diametrically opposite locations in reducing the velocity of the stage to achieve this lower orbit. And this process happens some part in the visibility of our ground stations and some part not in the visibility. We will have the data. And the satellite, after reaching this orbit, will be injected into the expected orbit of 511 kilometers circular. So, to look for that event, we have our team continuing the work in the ground control center and observing the satellite. The mission of PSLV C-54 was continuing, and I would like to share the happy news of the separation of all the remaining 8 satellites as expected in the new orbit. Which is lowered from the original orbit of the EOS 06 satellite to perfection, and PSLV C-54 in its 4th stage has done this orbital change for the very first time using such 2-burn sequence. So congratulations to PSLV. In these 8 satellites we had India-Bhutan satellite, which was the last satellite to separate. Then we had the Astrocast 1 to 4 from Spaceflight USA, and Thai Bolt 1 and 2 from Through Our Space, and Anand satellite from Pixel India Limited. So congratulations to all those satellite teams for having their satellites now in the perfect orbit, and all the very best to them at this occasion. For us, the India-Bhutan satellite is very, very important milestone in the history of the joint collaboration of Indian scientists and Bhutanese scientists in building the satellites with 2 payloads.
India-Bhutan
satellite separated.
INS-2B satellite has been separated.
All 9 satellites are separated. Mission accomplished. Let me also inform you that the Indo-Bhutan satellite has come on in the orbit. It also deployed its solar panels as well as antennae. Let me take this opportunity also to thank NSIL for commercially engaging with the satellites that we have launched in this mission, the Astrocast 4 satellites, the Anand from Pixel, as well as Thai Bolt 1 and 2. And thanks to our customer satellites as well for having confidence to fly on board PSLV in the coming missions as well. Thank you once again. We will come back with other mission activities in the future this year itself.
EOS 06 செயற்கைக்கோள் திட்ட இயக்குனர் திருமதி தேன்மொழி செல்வி பேசும்போது,
My heartiest congratulations to PSLV team for successful launch of EOS 06 satellite and putting into desired orbit. Solar panel is deployed and our health of the satellite is normal and it started generating the desired power. EOS-06 satellite is the advanced third generation satellite to study the biological parameter of the oceans. Its application is it's used to identify the potential fishing zones, weather forecasting, and wind velocity, and cyclone detection, cyclone tracking, maritime security, and locating the bioships, and it has a lot of applications. Actually, this satellite is asset to nation, and it is going to serve the country to full its capacity. And the major achievements in the satellite is we have used indigenous detector and indigenous optics, and SSTM payload is very new. And I am very confident that the satellite will deliver the very good product, and it will meet our user community whatever the requirement. And from second day onwards, we are going to start the payload operations, and our ground stations is Antarctica and NRC is ready to receive the data and give it to user community. I am very much thankful to Chairman ISRO for his full guidance, and every time so many advices he gives for throughout the realization of the full project. And other directors also. Actually, this satellite has got deliverable from all other centers. So I thank all center directors and all centers, my colleagues, and my excellent team, dedicated and innovative ideas they give. So I thankful to everybody, my review team, for making this mission possible.
இந்திய பூட்டான் கூட்டு முயற்சியில் உருவாக்கப்பட்ட செயற்கைக்கோளின் திட்ட இயக்குநர் திரு ரவிச்சந்திர பாபு பேசுகையில்,
I am very glad to say that NS-2V spacecraft, which is put into the orbit, correct orbit as intended, is functioning normal, and the power current generation is normal, and solar panels are deployed and antennas are deployed. We will resume the operations in the next orbit onwards as intended. First, I would like to thank Director URSC for giving me this opportunity, and in fact mentoring us right from the beginning, even before he became Director URSC, as a mentor for NanoSat program. We are greatly indebted to you, sir. It was his guidance and catalyst activity only we could realize the satellite in short time, as well as achieve the performance what it is shown today. And I am also glad to confirm that our team from DITT, Department of IT and Telecom from Bhutan, they were there with us all through the satellite realization. In fact, in pandemic time also, they have made it possible to be participant with us in realizing the satellites. And Digipiter payload, I think first time it is fully qualified as per the ISRO standards, and it is going to perform as expected. I am also glad, and I would like to thank PSLV team for putting us in the correct orbit, and we would like to continue the operations as intended in the forthcoming 6 months of life.
நெல்லை மாவட்டத்தில் பொருணை இலக்கிய திருவிழாவின் தொடக்க விழாவில் காணொலி காட்சி வாயிலாக பேசினார் முதலமைச்சர் திரு மு க ஸ்டாலின். அவர் பேசும்போது,
தமிழ் சமூகமானது இலக்கிய முதிர்ச்சியும் பண்பாட்டின் உச்சத்தையும் அடைந்த பெருமைக்குரிய சமூகம். கீழடியை தொடர்ந்து சிவகலை, கொற்கை என பல அகழ்வாய்வுகள் வழியாகவும் பல்வேறு முன்னெடுப்புகள் வழியாகவும் அறிவியல் பூர்வமாக நிறுவப்படும் நமது தொன்மை நம்முடைய பெருமை. இந்த பெருமையினை அடுத்த தலைமுறைக்கு எடுத்துச் சென்று அறிவுசார் சமூகத்தை வார்த்தெடுக்கும் இலக்குடன் இலக்கிய திருவிழாக்கள் நடைபெற உள்ளன. தமிழின் செழுமைமிகு இலக்கிய மரபுகளை போற்றும் விதமாக பொருணை, வைகை, காவேரி, சிறுவாணி, சென்னை என 5 இலக்கிய திருவிழாக்களை தமிழ்நாடு அரசு நடத்துகிறது. இதில் முதல் நிகழ்வாக அன்னை மடியான பொருணை ஆற்றங்கரையில் முன்னெடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த இலக்கிய திருவிழா சிறந்ததொரு முயற்சி. அறிவை விரிவு செய், அகண்டமாக்கு என்று பாவேந்தர் சொன்னதற்கிணங்க நமது தமிழ் மண்ணின் செழுமைமிக்க இலக்கிய பண்பாட்டின உலகிற்கு பறைசாற்ற நடைபெறும் பொருணை இலக்கிய திருவிழாவிற்கு எனது வாழ்த்துக்கள். இந்திய துணைக்கண்டத்தின் வரலாறு தமிழ் மண்ணிலிருந்து எழுதப்படட்டும். நன்றி.
இத்துடன் இன்றைய செய்திக் கதம்பம் நிறைவு பெறுகிறது.